We're in Tequesta, Jupiter, Florida, doing a seawall inspection on the seawall. This is a vinyl sheet pile with concrete cap. Total distance of the seawall is 168 linear feet. There's some small hairline cracking on the cap and some rust bleeds in some areas. This cap here appears to have a slight angle inward. Not verified yet that there's tiebacks on this cap or on the sheet pile. This is the rust bleeds areas. There are about 40 feet of them, maybe a little more. They should be opened up and treated and resealed. You can see here, there's no bowing in the cap. If we look at it, the cap appears to be straight. Some soft spots seen on the ground. See here, there's a low area. So the seawall will definitely benefit from something like a jet filter to allow it to release pressure. This section of the cap is a newer section, as it shows. The cap is in good condition. There's no hairline cracks. Everything appears to be normal. Again, soft spots in various areas along right here. You can see how far the prong is going in right there. That's due to, again, not having pressure relief of the seawall, the sheet piles. We're going to, we reached the north end of the property, and we're going to go down to the water line and go and inspect the sheet piles. Now it's close that we're benefiting. I need to get really, really wet. You can see the vinyl holes here. That's holes that were left by the people who installed them. That is not really recommended. These holes should be sealed, as they are not weeping holes. They just allow release of sediment. Pronging along, it's a riverbed type sand on the bottom. The vinyl appears to be still good. There's not cracking or appears to be old. This is the newer vinyl. We're going to go to the older section of the wall where the vinyl is a little older. So this is where the new cap starts, and this is where the old cap begins. This is where it ends, the new cap. And looking at the angle of the sheet pile, appears relatively straight. However, you can see underneath it, there's an issue here with a crack going all the way along here, right there. And this crack is allowing moisture to go up to the rebar and start damaging the rebar. So that's an area that needs to be opened up and resealed. Hope it's coming out nicely in the camera. You reach the corner. Now, walking here again, there's some cracks on the outer face with rust bleeds on them. And again, there's a crack underneath of the cap because of the way it was poured. That's not unusual. Again, rust bleed. Pilings are good. I don't see any signs of tiebacks. I hope there's tiebacks here on the cap going out. There's really no way to tell that unless you dig, and so definitely a release for the seawall be useful, because there's no way to know if it's anchored to the property or not, or if it's just the weight of the cap on the sheet pile, on the vinyl pile. You can see again the crack underneath is all along separation crack. It needs to be opened and resealed with hydraulic concrete and treated with a lifeguard primer and a rust converter. Sheet pile again appears to be in relatively good shape. Probably would be good to give it a good pressure wash to remove all this growth out of it, all the oysters and the other stuff that is. The bottom, again, we'll go back to it, appears to be good. There is some mound along it, and that's because there's probably some kind of penetration underneath the seawall, some kind of, and right here there's another hole right in the sheet vinyl, and you can see I stick my tongue, see that? And that should not be open because every time it rains, sediment will come out of these little holes. So that can be plugged. It's not very difficult. It should be. If you put a weeping hole system, it will be more than sufficient. Again, you can see like here they put silicone, but the silicone just is not holding, I guess. This is, I believe, something that ties up to the water drainage of the house. It's only a 2-inch pipe, which is a very small diameter for the amount of water that this roof, and that's the only one I've seen up to now. I'll go up and down the wall after the video again to see if I don't see more, but this area, there's again the crack. There's some more cracking here, hairline cracking. This is not structural, but with the years it weakens the cap. You can see the crack here, it's very, very evident. It's all along, and this is probably because of the way they poured it and the way it cured. The vinyl does not show any damages. Appears to be in relatively good condition. Right here you can see the rust is bleeding on the vinyl, and that's probably from right here. As you can see, right on the corner here, there's a rust bleed, and that causes that rust staining on the sheet pile. Again, silicone are the little holes, no silicone. So this needs to be redone properly and actually plugged. Here we are in the corner, we're almost at the south corner. There's some red mangroves over here. We'll try and not hurt them. There's no real way to approach this section. So everything appears to be in relatively good condition. Here. Yep. Giving you a side view, looking at the sheet pile, looking at the cap, straight shot. So some maintenance work is recommended for the cap, and because there's no way to verify that tiebacks were put on this vinyl sheet pile, because they're not right here where we can see them. They might be here in the cap, but there's no way to know it without making some intrusion into the property, into the garden, and that's not recommended right now. So overall, seawall is in good condition, with some maintenance work is recommended in order to extend the life of the seawall. This survey was done on November 4th, 2014 by S.M.D. in Tequesta, Florida.